It's me, your little boy, Samson. So there is something that I want to let us know. Greeting to all my families and friends in Morocco. I use this privilege to do it, to how do I put it? Consulate something like that. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I have something for majority of us out there. God is too patient. If we look at what is happening in this period of months, or maybe particularly in this year, we come to understand that God is using this means to teach us a lesson, that is, He is aware of the wickedness in the world. We can figure out what happened, whether in Dubai, in a mosque like that, where whether ants or bees, they're full in the mosque. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about either you are a Christian, you are a believer, or this. No, I'm here to tell you that God is truly warning us, to let us know that He is aware of the wickedness in the world. I'm not saying only this because of what happened in Morocco. Look at what happened in Brazil. That was last 4 to 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. That will be last 4 months or 5 months back, when they decide to humiliate Christ. And at the end, He used what? God used, water, rain, fraud to do what? To teach them a lesson, that many of them changed from their ways. So what am I trying to say is that many of us don't want to learn from what? From the hard way. The worst mistake that the world will make, or we are making, is that we don't want to learn from the lesson of others until it hits us. Yes, believe me, all this wickedness on planet Earth, God is seeing it. I will not tell you what kind of things happen in Morocco, but if you are immigrant, you watch this video, you will understand deeper than people who may come and accuse me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you travel to Morocco, you will see how they treat people. If you travel to Brazil, you will see how they treat people. If you travel to around the world, you will see how they insult a lot of people. God is watching. Forget about the fact that God is silent. Because when God, I see a lot of people pitying, and listen, when God is about to strike a country, it does not care whether His own choosing is there, because He knows how to preserve them. He knows how to, protect them. That is not God issue, because He knows how to preserve it. But look, I just don't understand. Look at what is happening in my country particularly. The election, they are ringing, etc. God is watching. Look at what is happening around the whole world. People are now celebrating evil, even more than good. Nobody want to, appreciate. Nobody is ready to do good. Look at here in Italy, where I based. You're going to understand what is happening. The world is turning astray. People are neglecting the doing of God. People are trying to make God to become like a devil. Why the devil will look like God? So God is watching. I'm not here to criticize, but I'm here to let us know that all these things are something that we ought to use to learn lesson. Look at the coups in Africa, up to fives. My mentor, Prophet TB Joshua, said the word. He said a time will come where many presidents in Africa will be thrown out. Revolution will start. What is happening right now in the world? Look at the earthquake that took place in Morocco. I pray that may God see them through. When I was at work, one of our friends, because I work with them, one of our friends, where she was crying. So I was not able to figure out why, because they don't speak Italy well. So I was all that they are saying is problem in their place, problem in their place. I was thinking like maybe family issue and all those stuff. But when I get home, I enter TikTok, I enter Facebook, I even watch YouTube. I see a lot of news about what happened in Morocco. Then I figure out that is the main reason why she was crying. And after I watch it, some of our friends also tell me that this is the reason why she was, in that mood, crying. But the truth is this, brothers. I have a lot of friends who travel from Morocco to Spain. You won't believe how they treat immigrants. Yes, sorry for saying the truth. Many of you who have not traveled will do it, will judge me, but I don't care. Many of you who have not traveled to Morocco will judge me. I don't do it. I don't care. I'm not using this to criticize their country or using this means to make like maybe people will say, are you happy with what happened? No, I'm not happy, because even Ukraine, it's just like what Morocco, if you watch what the disaster that happened. But the truth is that God is not after what happened. Because sometimes when God is giving us privilege and time, when God is giving us opportunities to change from our ways, if God decide to strike, He don't look at how many beauties in the country. God is not after how beautiful it is. Listen, when God was about to frustrate Saul, God is the one who chose Saul, but He frustrated him. So listen to me, brothers. We need to be careful. We need to be careful, because we don't understand when God will strike. We don't know when God patient will do overflow, when it overflow. So many of us take all these things. We treat people the way we want. We treat people the way we like. We treat people like animals. We treat people like they are not humans. And we think God is not watching. God is indeed watching. It's just that He is so patient. But when He reacts, the earth tremble. I see a lot of people, look at what happened in Brazil in last 6 months, last 4 months. After all the disaster took place, many of them start to carry their Holy Bible, praying, asking for repentance. So my brothers, we need to understand that God is watching. God is not that kind of person that, like us now, if somebody just slap me, boom, I will say, you slap me, I will slap back. No, God is too patient. God is too patient. People say, do you think this is natural? My brother, this is natural. You believe a whole country is a natural. Hey, God, that is the highest ignorance. Let's just be real. This is not a state, a whole country. Morocco is a big country. Amazing, useful. Go and search a whole country. You think that is not the finger of God giving us a sign that He is bearing a lot? My brothers, we need to be careful. We need to be mindful. We need to be mindful. Even here in Italy, when the earthquake passed, before that was, according to them, they said this is the highest earthquake that have ever happened in world history. This is the highest earthquake, and a lot of people lost their life. May their soul rest in peace. But the truth is that when God is about to strike, God is not after how many people are in the country. When God is about to strike, God is not after what you are saying. Because sometimes many of us take God for granted. Many of us don't understand the reason why things are happening. And many of us are not ready to learn from other people's mistakes. We keep repeating the same mistake. We keep learning from our own mistake. And look at it now. Even other countries will not learn from what happened in Morocco. Other countries will not learn it. They will still be ignorant, acting so selfish. President will not care about the citizen. Other people, they don't care. All that they wish is just on their own. Treating people, that's why people said this and that. Listen, if you have migrated from Senegal, Gambia, Mali, Costa d'Ivoire, Uganda, Nigeria, Cameroon, etc., Congo, you have migrated, you passed either Morocco. you will understand deeper what I'm talking about. When I was asking one of my friends, I said, what can you tell me about your experience in Morocco? He said, that is the highest danger on planet Earth. That some people will go to work, as I'm just coming like this, some people will go to work, a group of people will hold you. That if they themselves are passing by, they don't pass with ordinary hand, they will hold matches in their hand to preserve their life. What kind of, we are all humans, and people, that's why sometimes many of us don't know. I'm not trying to make anything, because maybe tomorrow I may marry one of them, or my children may be involved, but I'm not saying this to make people feel bad, but I'm saying this, that other people will learn. Other people will learn, other countries. Look at what happened in France now, about the urine. You know, France used to pay Libya 80 cents. You gonna say 80 cents per 1 kilo of urine. To tell you how wicked, the kind of wickedness the world is playing with God. Now, Libya have increased the price, not up to €1, not €2. They increased it to €200 to tell you the wickedness of France. If God peradventure decide to strike France tomorrow, which God have already started, God don't want to cause what catastrophe or disaster in a way that people will lose their life. But God is just doing it in a little ways, slow and steady. Because if you can just see what is happening in France right now, you can't understand that they are going down. Only a fool will say France will never be able to. Listen, look at it now. What they used to buy from Libya, 80 cents, not €1, 80 cents. Now Libya increased it to 200, not €100, €200 per 1 liter, 1 kilogram. If Nigeria increase their own, other part of the country increase their own, how do you think that they will sustain? This is what, and now many parts of Nigerians are now discharging, disconnecting from Libya, from France. This is the highest wickedness on planet Earth. And people who have this uranium, they don't have water in their country, they don't have amenities, they don't benefit from their own resources. And you tell me that God is not watching? People will see either someone who is immigrating, instead of them to do what, to accommodate him, help him, they will burn them to ashes. I have been there. This is not about you are talking too much. No. I have had a lot of experience about this. Some people will gather you, they will just burn them to ashes, and they'll be showing it on social media, and the president will keep quiet. And you think God is not watching? Let's just be real. I'm not talking only about Morocco. If you go to Libya, the same. If you go to even this Niger, is the same. If you go to many parts of countries, is the same. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Let me talk about my own personal country. Look at what Boko Haram, I don't know how they come in existence. Look at Boko Haram, the way they are slaughtering people. Look at the way they are killing people. But our president is just there, mobbing like a living and a deadly animals. Now he's trying to do to invade in Niger before, whereby they can invade Boko Haram. And you think God is not watching? Let's just be real, brothers. God is not blind. It's just that God is too patient. He don't act like men. He don't act like human. He's too patient. Okay, look, now to go to farm in Nigeria, in all parts, is difficult. It's very, very difficult, because you don't know when they will attack you. To go to harvest your own product is difficult. I had a man who went to go and was just planting something in his own very yard. So he met a group of people who were like all these Fulanis. He met them in the farm. He was telling them for them to remove cow from his own what farm, because the cow were eating grass, cassava, maize, and all those stuff. The next thing they cut what the man hand off. The president is aware, the governors is aware, or none of, because they think trade in what, in social media. What happened? They lock up. Even the police, they were aware of all these things. They can't chase them out. So what am I trying to say is that the world is becoming what, wicked every day, and the wrath of God is going to visit many parts of country, because we don't want to learn. We don't want. I hear a lot of people shouting, this. Listen, God is not sleeping. God is not sleeping. He have many strategies of striking. Look at America. America is already collapsing. People don't understand what is going on. America is already collapsing. Even the British, they are automatically collapsing step by step. God don't want to use the wickedness of others to do it, just to destroy them like that. He's just using in a mist where they will end up from top to the bottom. Believe me. So what am I trying to say is this: let's just be careful. Let's just be careful. Whether you are a president, you are a governor, God is not after whom you are. When God is about to strike, he strike. You can't tell me that what happened in Morocco, that even the president will still be in the house. He's still running for his life. To tell you how terrible it is when God decides to strike. To tell you how bad it will be when God decides to strike. I was watching something that was last 3 months, on Facebook, where people were praying in the mosque, worshiping God, as they do used to, as Christians also do used to. The next thing that happened, whether is what bills, that thing that produce what honey, it full in the mosque. Imagine the mosque where it is so clean, so adorable, deep, and people will say that is natural. You mean natural? Not only 1,000 bills, not only 100 bills, filled with all the whole room everywhere, and people were running for their life. My brothers, we need to do a change from our ways, because when God is about to strike, he knows how to protect his own. You know what I'm saying? He truly knows how to secure his own. So let's be careful, because we think all that we are doing, God is not watching. Let's do it. Nobody will talk. Nobody will treat us. My brothers, when God is about to strike, he don't care how beautiful your country may be. He don't care whom you may call yourself. So my brothers, let's just be careful. Let's just be careful, because God is not sleeping. Yes, people will hate me for saying the truth about what happened in Morocco, but believe me, many countries need to learn from it. Many countries need to learn from what happened in Brazil. Many countries need to learn from what is happening in France, in UK. Look at now how Americans have led Ukraine. If you watch the video, I just don't understand the kind of the benefit they have in destroying people's life, in destroying people things. You as a president, you as a governor, you as whoever you may call yourself, does that mean you don't have pity? Okay, if it is maybe land issue, you can call as the head of the president, you can call them together. Make peace. No need of, that's what the Bible says. When a wicked man rule, people run for their life, for their dear life, because they don't care how many lives that they will waste, they will kill in trying to get position, or in trying to do anything. They don't care. I hear today that even the Ukraine president is calling their citizens to come back. Like, you are serious. I will be the first to tear my document if I'm one of them. I will be the first to tear my document. If police don't see your document, they don't know where you come from. How would that take you back to your place? So my brothers, the truth is this: we need. If you watch Ukraine now, you see it. It's just like a word. I don't know how to describe it, because of wanting to another argument. Hey God, we need to be careful. Believe me. Because look, people who will, Americans are like those who will do what, who will beat you, who will strike you here and go to far and be asking you, how are you? It's not today that they have started it. They like to destroy. Look at the way they terminate with Libya. If you go to Libya, if Gaddafi were to be alive, believe me, Libya would have been the best country on planet Earth. And even till now, I take Libya as the best country on planet Earth, even without president. Because the only thing that I love to see in a country where there is no homeless people up there. If you go to America, thousands of people are homeless. If you come here, thousands are homeless. If you go to France, millions of thousands are homeless. But if you go to Libya, even without a president, you can never find a single person sleeping outside. And you can stay for 2 to 5 years as long as you wished. They will never ask you how much is billed for light. Nobody pay light bill in Libya. Nobody. Not even the cities. Not even water. They don't pay. It is when Gaddafi died that people start to pay for house rent, all those stuff. So my brothers, we need to be what? We need to think twice, because there is no benefit in wasting things. People are dying, living. God is watching, because God is the creator. He's watching the dangers. Is watching. I hear people shouting, hey, 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 but nobody is ready. Imagine now, if you are maybe in Morocco, Libya, Agadez, whichever you are immigrant, people, they will understand more deeper. They will understand more deeper. Somebody would come from work like this, will be working. The next thing, they will just target him and collect everything, as if they don't have hand to work. So these are the wickedness on planet Earth. And they, oh my God. And many people, many countries don't want to learn from the mistake of others. They keep repeating the same mistake after and after and after. And they think God is sleeping. God is not. He's a watcher of all. He cares for all. But when he's about to strike, he don't care how many that go down. As long as people who are living in that place don't care how many they do or that they take down. So my brothers, we need to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Even what happened in Brazil, it was scary. Was even more worse than what happened in Morocco. Imagine where people say that is natural. Which natural? Do you think if it is natural that Brazil don't have what it takes to hold it? Nobody can hold the rod of God. When God is about to strike, nobody can hold it. Either he move in silence, the way he's moving with France and America and British, or he move in action. So my brothers, we need to be watchful. We need to be kind. It's not about the position you occupy. Because even if you call yourself a president, how many presidents can you name that the soil have eaten, swallowed? How many presidents can you remember that have gone? Your own is not your own is not the first, and never will it be the second. Never will it be the last. So before you live on this planet Earth, try to leave legacy. Try to leave something that when they see your children in 1,000 years to come, believe me, no country now that if someone will come out and said, my father is a Gaddafi, that they will not respect that soul. Believe me. Nobody on planet, no place where a Gaddafi son will enter and said, I'm a Gaddafi son. And nobody, either immigrant or nobody, whoever, that will say, your father is evil. No. Because if it is only freedom in terms of light, maintaining people, giving people life, that is enough. But there are many presidents today that if their son cannot have the boldness to do or to say, my father is this. Imagine someone will come and said to a Nigeria person, my father is a Buhari, or my father is is this one. They will just do what? They will just lock you inside and demand for billions and trillions of nairas. So that is what I'm trying to say. Let's be kind, because there is no good in wickedness. There is no good in wickedness. There is no. Load the money. Look at what this man, Bongo, what president do? Imagine the situation, how he look like. When I never see that president in my life before. So this thing that make me to do or to know him. When I was watching the someone who is stealing money, I was just imagine. That is why today, the reason why I love God so much is that even if you call yourself a president, you call yourself a governor, you call yourself, there must be something that you, God, will do, will use to be bigger than you. There must be particular thing that God will take from you so that you will know that He is God. So remain blessed. May God bless you. And may the peace of God rest upon what? Morocco. And may God preserve them and let everything be calm. I love you all and I love you and I will keep loving you. I love Morocco. Not everyone in that place is wicked. No. Not everyone in Brazil is wicked. Not everyone in Nigeria is wicked. I know that there are many people, there are thousands of wicked people in Nigeria where I come from, but that does not give me the right to say that everyone in that place is wicked. No, not everyone. But I pray may the cry of the righteous ones overshadow the wickedness of people in the world. Remain blessed. May God bless you all.